What's going on, Cancer? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your Cancer reading. For those of you all who are new here, my name is Shani. This is MelanatedMindfulness Tarot. I do typically upload daily collective messages for us all. However, Cancer, you can look forward to your messages being dropped on Wednesdays, okay? Please do subscribe to the channel if these are things that you are interested in. And also remember that these are collective messages, so they may or may not resonate with everyone, right? But if there does come a time where you feel like you need more clarification, assistance, or if ever there comes a time where you feel like you need more clarification, confirmation, assistance, guidance, or support when it comes to your healing journey, make sure that you click the link in the description area and you schedule your one-on-one service or session, okay? Again, this will be a collective message. So let's get into it and see what Spirit has in store for you, okay? All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know their hearts, you know their situations. Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive the message at hand with an open mind and an open heart? I ask that you give me the words to be able to articulate this message as best as possible. And I also ask that you clear anything standing in the way of the clarification, confirmation, transformation, and healing needed at this time. Ashe. Ashe. Amen. All right. Was there something else that flipped over, or was that the only one? Thank you. Cancer? And this is because, listen, for somebody else to pop up at the beginning of your reading, this ain't given, right? This ain't really that normal. But we ask for what you need to be aware of at this time. Spirit, is there anything else? Okay. So, let me just say this before we even start, right? There is a lot of resistance in this reading, Cancer. There is a lot of resistance in this reading. See, underneath it all is the Seven of Cups, okay? And as you look at this card, you can tell like it don't really look too pleasing, right? It doesn't really look that appealing, I guess. It looks like, right? That's just like, it'll be like, like what type of water is that, right? Well, this card is talking about like deception, manipulation, misleading, lies, and things of that nature, right? So underneath it all, there's a lot of energy going on within whatever your situation may be, to where there's a lot of untruths or things that need to be brought to the forefront, the reality of it, right? Hold on. And because of this energy, so I'm really feeling like, I don't know in what way, area, or form, whatever the case, you're lying to yourself. You, and this is not to comfort you, just hear me out. Let me bring this to your awareness, okay? There is something that you're lying to yourself about, which then puts you in this position to repel the very things that you say that you want in life or from certain things. You know, the very thing that you're saying you want is like you're repelling it. It's like you're pushing it away, right? You can be saying that you want it, but the energy that you're living in or that you're holding on to is saying otherwise, right? I'm going to need you to get out of your head. Stop like overthinking or defeating yourself. Because, you know, sometimes you can be your own worst critic, right? But you can also be your biggest supporter, right? Your biggest cheerleader. You can be your worst enemy or you can be your best friend. The choice is yours, right? What are you really choosing, okay? Now, that was just underneath it all. Let me get into this message that's actually on the table because, listen, this is why I'm like, this is somebody else's energy taking over y'all shit, because the Emperor popping out at the first card, and the Emperor is like, he got his back turned to everything else that's on the table. So it's really given like this is an energy of a person, and it's a masculine energy, but it can be a male or a female, right? But this is definitely a masculine energy that's showing up, where it's like, you know, they don't give they showing like they really don't give a fuck about how you feel or what you think or whatever, right? So by you feeling like you have to tolerate this type of energy, that's a lie right there. That's a lie in itself. You're not obligated to tolerate somebody who's acting like they tolerating you, right? We're not on that. No. And I don't know if this person is like a provider or if this person contributes to what you have going on or something that you're doing, because with the Eight of Swords coming up in reverse, it's given like, you know, there are problems. There are problems, and you've been coming up with the solutions. However, are you feeling like those solutions are things that you can actually move forward in to overcome whatever seems to be the problem right now? Does that make sense, Cancer? It's, yes. I don't know whose energy I'm all up in right now, but listen, like I just said, it's like, I don't know if this person is supporting you financially or if they are like the provider of the home, or maybe you live with them or whatever the case may be. But with this 10 disc showing up in the reverse right after that Eight of Swords, again, is letting me know that there are some thoughts about like some money issues, some money problems, not feeling like you're going to be able to do it alone, so on and so forth, right? Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. And I'm saying this, yes, because I see this Seven of Swords that pops up. Stop talking to people about your business, about your thoughts, right? Like what you plan on doing in this particular situation. Sit with yourself. Do you understand? It's go inside, go within yourself and start asking yourself the necessary questions and be okay. Do you understand? Be okay with being honest with yourself. Because with this, I had a little ring in my left ear. With this showing up, yes, it's very much given like you lying to yourself about something. You can be over there telling yourself like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, it's not going to happen. Oh, it's not going to work. And those can be lies. Those can be lies. Very much given, it's a lie. Don't count yourself out, right? Like, again, you can be your biggest critic, you can be your worst enemy, or you can also be your biggest cheerleader and your best friend. The choice is truly yours, right? So now, just listen. We asked, what do we need to be made aware of? And now that this is coming up and coming out, I definitely hope you are taking heed to it. With the universe card coming out in reverse. Right now, you see why I said that there is so much resistance. Like there is so much resistance to it, because majority of these cards are in reverse. So this is you not allowing certain cycles to end, like constantly putting yourself back in similar situations over and over again for whatever that reason may be. But you know that you desire different. You know that you want different. You just are unsure of how you're actually supposed to get to it or how you're actually supposed to do it. And that's understandable because you've never done it before. So how are you supposed to know how to do something that you've never done? You got to figure it out. And I'm not saying, oh, like, just figure that shit out. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying trial and error, right? Like trial and error. You do something, you come up with a plan, you do something, you see what works, you see what doesn't work. And then you keep making the necessary adjustments that you need until you actually figure it out. Because somebody else may not be in your particular situation. Maybe you've seen somebody in a similar situation, but you got to understand that they're not you and their person is not the person that you were dealing with, if that makes sense, right? So you want to be mindful that everything that, like things that work for other people may or may not work for you. You can listen, like, you know, you can be open to receiving the advice or the information. But at the end of the day, you want to incorporate it in a way that's going to work best for you. And that way that's possibly going to work best is going to be the most uncomfortable way that you have ever even thought of. Like you going to think like, I can't do that. Like I'm not able to do that. You're going to think like that. But the only reason you're allowing make it make sense. I seen this card and I was finna say something, but it already leads directly into this. So that's why I picked it up, okay? This is the Prince of Swords. And what I was explaining and getting ready to go into is like, you're going to allow your mind to control you, right? Look, this is how you're allowing your mind to control you at this point. Because my bad, Cancers. My bad. I didn't put the phone on Do Not Disturb, and then a call came through. So back to it. With this, right? This is an indicator that you are allowing your mind to control you once again. And you got to be in control of your mind, right? Yeah, your mind can be telling you like, I can't do that. But how do you know if you've never made the attempt, right? If you've never attempted to do it, how do you know that it's not something that can be done? You understand what I'm explaining? You got to be willing to go beyond where your brain is trying to keep you safe or wanting to keep you safe, right? Your brain operates in a way where it operates to keep you safe, right? So if it's unfamiliar or if it's something that you've never done, of course it's gonna seem like, don't do that shit. Like, you don't want to do that. You don't know what's going to happen. And especially if you have had certain experiences with this individual or even certain experiences with anybody to where your feelings got hurt, where, you know, anything could have happened. And now you like, nah, I don't want to experience that no more. I don't want to have to go back into that space again. I don't want to have to feel like that, so on and so forth. But understand, overstand that you are not the same person that you were back then. You are completely different now. Your thought process may be similar in some areas and aspects, but I can guarantee that you've also learned a lot along your journey. So give yourself some credit, give yourself some grace, right? And start finding and figuring out what works best for you. Start figuring out what works best for you. And when you start cutting people off or letting those people go who do seem dismissive, who do seem like they don't give a fuck about what you got going on or whatnot, when you start to disconnect from those energies, you're truly going to make space to start attracting to yourself the people who need to be around you in order for you to grow, in order for you to be comfortable, or in order for you to become the next best version of yourself or whatever it consists of. So do keep that in mind, Cancers. Like, where you have faith. There's nothing for you to worry about. You don't have to worry. Don't be, you know, over emotional or acting impulsively or reacting in an impulsive way. But, you know, pay attention. Start going outside of the box that you're so familiar with, right? The people that you're having conversations with, they're probably vibrating on the same level as you. So some of the shit they tell you, which may not be accurate, you probably still agree with because this is all that y'all know, you know? So you might want to go outside of the box and start asking different people different questions just for you to be able to get a different perception or perspective on certain things, right? You don't have to be consumed by the external influences, but you do want to start like figuring out where you need to go, where you need to grow, so where you need to go so that you can grow, type of thing. Yeah. So with that being said, I definitely hope this gave you or brought you some type of clarification, or confirmation, assisted you with your transformation and healing or anything of that nature at this time. Again, be mindful that your readings will be uploaded on Wednesdays. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I hope you enjoy yourself. Peace.